Hello and welcome back to Viking Conquest and our Ironman challenge. Now, when we left off, we were attempting to, well, just basically take a look around, see if we could maybe take advantage of the fact that our reputation is severely in the negative. And I decided, hey, I'm going to start using my horse again, and we're going to start trying to kill some of the renegades and various other banditry in the area. Because here's the thing, if we are actually able to do this at a pretty decent level, then we'll actually be able to start gaining massive amounts of really good loot. And if we can get that good loot, then we'll be able to take it over to the Renegades camp itself, which is actually kind of ironic considering. But yeah, anyway, basically if we can get a huge amount of really nice armor, weapons, things like that, then we should be able to make a lot of money. Make a lot of money going to the Renegades camp and selling it there. Because, as many of you have actually told me, and as I found out as well, basically the bandits do not care what kind of quality the armor or weapons may be. So, if you have a rusted sword or something like that, they will count it as being not rusted, if you know what I mean. So, it is pretty amazing, and hopefully I will be able to gather something really cool from this. I am going to try and take probably first loot. I will probably try to take priority on the loot, and then we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this sword is doing very nicely for me right now. I know you can get a much better one by doing one of the events. I think, don't think it's the Strange Ruins, but I think it's something else. And if you do that, then you can get a really good sword. But I'm pretty happy with the one I have right now, and hopefully it's going to see some pretty good action for us. Anyway, take first claim on all the loot. That's what I will be doing. As you can see, we gained some crude, rusty, crude, bent, chipped, cracked, all that stuff, right? And all this stuff, we're just going to take all of this. I don't really mind about my people being a bit annoyed at me taking this. Yeah, 36 morale. It's quite a lot, isn't it? Yeah, it is quite a lot. So we're just going to head back to the Renegades camp because I'm actually around here and I wanted to fight some Renegades. As you can see, there's actually a bunch of Renegades in the area, and it makes the most sense, doesn't it? So we're just going to sell this, and as you can see, it sells for 1,000. It's insane. It sells for 1,000. I can't even imagine how much this is going to sell at a regular marketplace. I would assume it's probably going to sell for like 300 or something like that. But yeah, anyway, helm sells for 851. Pretty crazy. We can sell this stuff for not that much, but the higher quality gear sells for such an amazing amount of cash. It really is. Look at that, 3,500. That's pretty crazy. And it's literally all, I mean, that loot, right? That's 3,500 from a renegade party that is literally only about 13 strong, and that's it. 3,500 from a extremely easy to defeat party is insane, and this is a really good way of making some cash. And I am going to continue doing this a little bit. I should probably sell the hides because we did get that from a raid as well. We should probably sell the tar here too, just to get rid of it, basically. I was actually hoping to find a ransom broker. Oh yeah, also, people are saying in the comments, and indeed suggesting, that I should probably go and try to build my own ship. And I think that might actually be quite fun, so we'll see if we can actually do that. I'm actually just going to order my troops to attack without me right here. I'm perfectly happy just to get those guys out the way, and we'll take the peasant women and the farmers. I'm going to leave the priest, and we'll take first claim on the loot once again. And look at this. Look at all this wonderful stuff. So what I'm going to do very quickly here as well is I am going to try and get back over to my troop quarters. We can also build a refuge if we want to, but at the moment I am not looking to do that just yet because I think it does require quite a bit of cash and everything, and not entirely sure if I... do I have the cash? Well, yeah, but maybe not the resources, because I think we are going to require quite a few resources to be able to make that work. But we are going to just put all these people into the garrison here. I think I'll take the farmers and the peasant women just to have some numbers. And I don't really mind if they end up leaving my party, but I do mind if these really, really high tier units that are actually quite good, I do mind if they leave. So let's actually just take a quick look here. Okay, not the quarters, thank you very much. Let's take a quick look here at the refuge. You cannot build your refuge so close to a settlement. Oh, okay. Well, let me actually just move a little bit closer away then. A little bit closer away. Oh, that is very contradictory, isn't it? Anyway, my refuge. Okay, you need to have more than 30 men to start this job. Oh, okay. Well, personally, I don't really want to build my refuge right here, so I'm just going to leave it for the moment. But what I would like to do is go and speak to the shipwright. I don't think I can do it through the see the ship menu, but yeah, there's actually just this. That is pretty awful, but yeah, anyway, we're going to just stroll through the town here. Thankfully, I have a horse, so it is going to make things much, much easier for me, and hopefully I will be able to find the shipwright, and hopefully he'll be able to help me out in regards to building a ship. Alright, so it looks like I've actually found him. I actually had to go out of the town and down the hill, and then he was there in the port. So, I want you to build me a ship, and I would love to have... what do I want? I'm interested in a double-sized warship. Should we go for that? Yeah, something like that, I guess. What kind of wood would you like to use? Oh, no. I would like to use oak. But that's going to be extremely expensive. Okay, let's have a look. To build your skeed, I don't know, out of wood oak, oak wood even, I ask 34,000 for a ship of this size. I don't have enough timber, tar, and wool, so I need you to bring these extra items. It will take 24 days to build this ship. Right, so how much tar and how much timber and everything would I actually need? Well, what about this one? Let's try this one. It's gonna take, yeah, okay, so he needs wool, right? So he needs wool, and he needs cash, and he needs tar and timber and all that stuff. So if we go into the goods merchant here, you can see that he has no tar or anything like that. But I believe you can buy tar in some of the Scandinavian areas, and we already have a huge amount of wool here as well, which is actually kind of good. So I think we should be okay. I don't think we really need to worry too much about building a ship just yet, because of course, even though it would be wonderful to do some, well, that's the thing, I'm not entirely sure whether we will do naval combat, because the naval combat is a little bit janky. And now we have returned to the renegade camp, just before we travel across to Scandinavia and everything. And do bear in mind that I actually did just have a crash, which is kind of unfortunate, but I guess because it is one of those mods that is just massive, it is going to have that kind of issue. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind that so much because we are having a lot of fun. And indeed, the mod is really quite good. And I don't mind putting up with a couple of crashes, you know. I've only had one so far, so I don't really see that as being too much of a big deal. But anyway, we've got some wool, and we do need to get some tar and all that sort of stuff, but I don't really think we need to worry about it too much. Now, I am running around here. This guy actually doesn't like me, so I have to be a bit careful. Oh, yeah, I should probably speak to this fellow as well, because he has... Oh, wow, he actually has -10? Why do you have -10 with me, sir? I have no idea. Oh, 6 Angle Warriors as prisoners. Oh, that's the reason why he hates me, because I've been declining his... I've been declining his offers to do his tasks and things like that. Oh, yes, that's probably it. Anyway, what about this? I don't mind a bit of skullduggery. I have a spy in Dunwich to keep an eye on things for me and report anything that might warrant my attention. Sure, let's do it. How will I recognize the spy? The armoire dances at midnight. Okay, so I know this. So, yeah, I know what to do. Goodbye. Alright, so I know exactly what to do here. I've done these quests before, and now this is really, really good as well for us because we have a negative reputation. And this is actually going to get us even more negative reputation, or it at least should, if at all possible. So now here's the main problem with sneaking in to various fiefs in Viking Conquest. Generally, dependent on which town you're actually wanting to sneak into, the enemy is going to spawn right on top of you. And that's a bit of an issue. So I'm not entirely sure how it's going to go, but maybe we'll surprise ourselves. And these guys actually want to fight me? Are you serious? Oh, okay. I mean, I wouldn't have expected that. I mean, maybe I should have, considering we only have farmers, but I think it would be... I think it's a little bit ill-advised to attack when there are so many of us in comparison to the opponents. Well, if they want to do that, then that is completely up to them, you know. That is completely their prerogative, but yeah, I think this is going to be pretty easy. Because it's so funny how they actually survive so easily. Oh, there we go. My horse is taking an absolute battering. Of course, it always does, unfortunately. That's the other thing with Viking Conquest. There are so many thrown weapons, and thrown weapons are generally known for doing a lot of damage with very few attacks, because, of course, you don't have that many of them. Obviously, these are just slings, so it's a completely different, you know, completely different thing from having a javelin or something like that. Because obviously having a javelin is going to make it a lot harder to continue damaging people because you only have a very small amount of them. But there you go. There's a victory for us. That's the reason why I was kind of a bit weirded out by the opponent wanting to attack us right there. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm pretty good with that. Do I want to take the first claim on the loot? Yeah, why not? Oh, this is all terrible. I should not have done that. Oh well, never mind. Take as much stuff as I can get my hands on. Alright, so there is a Viking Danish long fort right over there. So what we're going to do... Oh, wow, there's 30... Are you serious? There's 32 robbers right there. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so they actually... I saw on their name that they were patrolling around a robber's den. If that is actually the case, then I would love to find it, because it would be a lot easier to go to that than to go to the Danish long fort. So that doesn't seem to be the case, unfortunately. Oh, hello. I'm going to speak to you. You're a lord from my faction, so we'll see if we can maybe ask him for a task. Nope, doesn't want to give us anything. That's fine. If he doesn't want to, then that's up to him. And look at that, only 19 pennies to go across. Very simple indeed. And yeah, so once we get to the Danish long fort, I'm just going to sell all my loot. Hopefully, while avoiding a huge amount of enemies that want to absolutely destroy us in every single way. And, whoa, okay, hello, calm down. Calm down, oh dear. This might be pretty bad. Yes, I'm also failing this quest because I didn't want to report to the marshal. But I guess it's not too bad. So we're just going to sell all of this. Let's see how much we're actually going to get for this. I think it's going to be quite a bit. I think it's going to be quite surprising. Look at that. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Can you imagine that usually if you were to sell this amount of loot, and it's pretty awful stuff, let's face it. It's hunting knives, it's some cracked shields, simple tunics, and so on and so forth. If you were to sell all of that to a regular merchant, you'd probably get about 500 for it. Maybe more, who knows. But yeah, that's pretty crazy in itself. Okay, so Dunwich, let's go. I'm a bit worried about this, to be fair. I think I'm probably going to get rid of my farmers and peasant women because I do need the smallest party that I can to maximize my chances of being able to sneak in here. But then, on the other hand, I'm kind of worried in general about being... oh, where do I... Oh, yeah, this is not it. Wait a minute. There we go. I'm kind of worried in general about going in there and potentially getting absolutely murdered straight away, basically. That's the main problem here. And, oh yeah, a number of you have been very, very helpful in suggesting various traits that I will be getting at level 13. Now, I was unaware, personally, that traits are awarded to you at level 13. I did not know that, so thanks for that. That really helps me out. But I did know that there are a variety of different traits available. So basically, if you have more Iron Flesh than Power Strike, you're going to get the quote-unquote tough trait, and that is going to enable you to use the trait in combat. It's going to make your units much harder to kill. And if you have more Power Strike than Iron Flesh, then you're going to get the Berserker trait, and that enables you to have more damage and more speed and so on and so forth for a limited duration in combat. So there are a variety of different traits that we can go for here. And I'm not entirely sure which one I'm going to go for, but I think the tough one is probably going to be the thing I will be leaning towards, literally just because it makes it harder for the enemy to kill us. That's basically it. So let us disguise ourselves and try to sneak into the town. Oh, we made it. Okay, phew. I was a bit worried there for a second. I really thought that we were going to get ambushed, basically, and that would have been really bad. Okay, so let's stroll through the town and see if we can... Wait a minute. Am I supposed to do this during... Oh no. Am I supposed to do this during daytime? Because if I have to do it during the day, that is going to be really hard. Because, well, I don't know whether you know this, but doing a little bit of a sneaky maneuver during the night is much easier than doing it during the day. So, if I have to do it... Oh no. I think I might have to, because there are no people around at this time. So it looks to me like I will have to wait here for some time. And, wow, there's actually a whole bunch of lords in there as well. Okay, so it's actually dawn now. So we could actually... Oh, hello. Wow, okay. They said hi, didn't they? They said hi like no one's business. Okay, yeah, we want to be careful of the elite Vikings. Thank you very much. Are they actually still chasing me? No, they're just chasing the elite Vikings. That's fine. Alright, we got to be really careful here. We cannot... I mean, we can get taken prisoner. That's the thing. As long as my character does not reach 0 HP, that is all that really matters. So even if you do need to get yourself taken prisoner to survive in that particular situation, then that's what you're going to have to do. Anyway, disguise yourself and try to sneak into the town. I'm really worried about this. I think that I'm probably going to fail. Oh, phew. Okay, we made it. We made it. Oh, there's actually there is actually a competition going on here. Okay, well, let's just stroll through the town first, and we might do the tournament afterwards. But I'm going to need to try and find... Oh, no. It's going to take me a bit of time to go and speak to all of the townspeople. I'm actually wondering whether the spy is also going to be a townswoman, or whether it's going to be just a... The armoire dances at midnight. No, it can be a townswoman by the looks of things as well, so that's actually pretty good. Alright, so I couldn't actually find the spy for some reason. I spoke to absolutely every single person in the town, obviously excluding those that actually don't have anything to do with the quest, so I basically spoke to every townsman and every townswoman, and I told them about the armoire dancing at midnight, and nothing. Nothing actually came of it, which is kind of weird. So I would assume that what I need to do is wait a day or something and then go back in, because that might refresh the amount of townsmen in the actual town itself, and we might actually be able to find the spy, because as I say, I literally spoke to absolutely everyone and I couldn't find them. So it could be that they are either hiding, so they're either somewhere far away that I can't find for the life of me. I don't know why that would be the case, but yeah, it's kind of hard, but anyway, let's see if we can maybe achieve a little bit of a victory here, maybe get, I'd like to get maybe a couple of kills, because these guys actually give decent experience, or they should. There we go. I mean, maybe they don't even give experience. It's been such a long time since I've actually had the experience gain show on the screen, because I turned it off a long time ago from just having way too much spam on the screen, and that is the main reason why I have it off. But yeah, anyway, this might be interesting. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. Oh dear. Okay, get him, friend. Yes. Oh, you're doing a fantastic job, champion fighter. Was that it? No, there's definitely someone else. Okay, I've got one javelin. I actually wish I had just one more. Can I find it? Oh, never mind. He was murdered. He was murdered in cold blood right there. Okay, crazy. Anyway, 3 teams with 2 fighters each. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so 3 teams with 2 fighters. Let's say a 3 versus 3. Well, 3 versus 3 versus 3, I guess. Or wait, no, 2 versus 2 versus 2. And we're gonna see if we can. Oh dear, green team's doing very well. That's not really good for us. Or maybe it is. There we go. Yes, take that. Yeah, I'm not doing too badly with spears in this mod, gotta say. It's all that training in Sparta, as I said before. Anyway, ooh, here we go, here we go. Alright, we've got some good throwing weapons. Is that him over there? No, that's the tournament guy. Ah! I was really hopeful that I would be able to take him out with the thrown weapon. Yes, there we go. And that is all due to the AI not being able to jump. That's literally it. Anyway, we would have probably been fine because he actually didn't take advantage of the fact that I missed him with that third javelin that I used. But, you know. Anyway, this is 1 versus 1. And he has... Oh, dear. Yeah, this is bad. Ooh, that was close. Okay, yeah, that could have been that could have gone much worse than I anticipated. But there you go. Wow, really? Still not okay. I'm getting super unlucky, but there you go. All right. So, I'm wondering whether I should go into the town again and then just have a look around because as I say, I have literally spoken to every single person that I could, and I assume they just haven't spawned in. They just haven't spawned the spy in. I do remember hearing a whole bunch about this particular quest, not specifically in Viking Conquest, but just this quest in general, where there are many different bugs that can actually appear, where the spy just doesn't activate, if you know what I mean. Just doesn't is not present, and that's a bit of an issue. I can improve my weapon here, by the way. So if I want to, I can speak to there you go. That's all I needed to do. Just go out and then come back in, and then hopefully the spy will be there. So if you too are having a bit of an issue with this quest, then just go back out, tab out, and then go back into the streets and see what you can do. But anyway, the weaponsmith over there can upgrade my weapon for a pretty decent amount, 3,400 it's going to take for him to advance it from heavy to balanced. And I think it might be an idea. Anyway, let's have a look. I've been expecting you. Here they are. Make sure they reach Hersia Roggenwald intact and without delay. Yes, okay, well, there you go. Fantastic that I was actually finally able to do it. And yeah, so as you can see right here, I want to refine one of my weapons. We can basically choose whatever we want. So I'm going to choose my longsword, and you can see that you can make it balanced for 3,000. And there you go. Done. And I can actually do that again, I think. Yeah. So as you can see, I can make it tempered for 1,100. This refinement makes the weapon cause more damage, but also makes it slower. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure whether I want to do that. It's only 1,100. Let's do it. Why not? Can we do it again? Nope. Can't do anything more. So tempered is the maximum. So let's actually take a look and see exactly what it looks like now. So there you go. That's what it looks like. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. 37 cutting. Not too bad. And we only spent 4,000 on it in general. I don't think that's too bad. But anyway, that will be it for this episode. It took me about half an hour literally running around in the town to try and find the spy. And now I've run out of time. So anyway, that will be it for this episode. But next time, we're going to continue to do our best to earn some cash and hopefully have enough to be able to, afford a ship of some kind. So what I will be doing in my off-screen time is fighting bandits. That's it. I'll just literally be fighting very small bandit parties, about 10 to 15 of them each, and anything more, I probably won't do that. And then once we have done that, I will have maybe a little bit of extra cash. I mean, maybe about 30,000 or something like that. I will also attempt to go to a variety of different competitions as well. But if you'd like to see any of that on screen, then by all means let me know down in the comments, and I'll make sure to include it. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.